These are Shaka's way too early predictions now. We just want him to answer some of the burning questions that have been plaguing us in the football world recently. Shaka, let's start off with this one. The young talent Ligt from Ajax, do you pick him to leave? You say yes, and to Barcelona.
Yeah, I've not been convinced about Barcelona defensively for quite some time. I think Ter Stegen has actually, well, a couple of things. The way Barcelona play and how they press the ball, and the fact that Ter Stegen has established himself as the best goalkeeper in the world has maybe made the defense, and so the stats around Barcelona defensively look better than they actually are. I think De Ligt, given what he's shown so far, how comfortable he is on the ball, everything about him for me screams big club. Barcelona have showed interest. I think this makes a whole lot of sense for player and club.
Well, speaking of young talent, I mean, it probably doesn't get better right now than Kylian Mbappe, who wouldn't want him, which is why he's linked with moves to the world's top clubs. Do you pick him to leave PSG or not? You say no, Shaka.
I say no. And listen, there's a number of things going on here. PSG, given their spending, there's a lot of speculation that they may have to spend, and given Neymar's own inconsistencies, and he's currently injured, Kylian Mbappe, the likely asset that they may cash in on. But Kylian Mbappe, a couple of weeks ago, came out and said, given the Champions League exit, PSG fans can rest assured that he'll be there next year. That is too much of, the exit caused too much turmoil right now, and he's not going to add to that. And there's nothing about Kylian Mbappe that says I should not believe him when he speaks, that he's trying to deceive anybody. I trust him on that. I don't think he's going anywhere.
Oh, that's lovely, Shaka. Trust. Such a rare thing these days. Move on now. Eden Hazard to leave Chelsea. We know he has been linked with Real Madrid time and time again. And if there were ever a season, it's looking like now to leave Chelsea. And you say, yep, get on out of there.
Listen, every time Hazard has been linked with a move away from Stamford Bridge, Chelsea go on and win a title. And that's given their own inconsistencies over the last couple of years under different managers. So you understand why he gets drawn back in, but I think particularly over this season, well, over the last two seasons, he's cut more and more a frustrated figure.
Yep.
Given his age as well, I think if that really big move is going to come together for Eden Hazard, it has to be this summer. I don't see it happening after. I'm sure he knows that as much as anybody else. It happens. His contract is also winding down as well. I think he's pushing for it.
Now to another burning question that's been plaguing Manchester United fans. Does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stay on? Has he done enough to get the permanent job? Or will we see perhaps another big name come in and you say, no, give the job to Ole?
That's an easy yes. An easy yes, and I know a lot of people have different opinions about it. We were talking about this on ESPN FC the other day, and Craig made a good point that if you're going to build for the long term, would you give the job to Pochettino, given his own record, or to Solskjaer, given his record, which is a little bit checkered in the Premier League, but what you've seen from him in the short term at Manchester United, I think warrants an opportunity. Listen, I know what happened at Cardiff, and I know he's done Molde before, and even that
this is home for him.
But this is a good fit. Solskjaer at Manchester United, I know initially it probably was just a feel-good factor for the Manchester United fans, but he's done more than anybody could expect. That PSG result sealed it for me.
And finally, Jadon Sancho, everyone has been talking about him, and a rumored move to the Premier League.
Yeah.
Does he leave? You say yes, and to Spurs of all places, with all due respect to Spurs, of course.
I just feel that this is a perfect fit for Sancho and his talents. Also coming together, we spoke about Pochettino. I think he'll still be at White Hart Lane come next season. And let's keep in mind that Daniel Levy and Spurs haven't spent, or have barely spent, any money over the last couple of seasons. I think new stadium opening, Pochettino, who I think will stay, given Solskjaer, given Zidane signed with Real Madrid, those are two big clubs really after Pochettino reportedly. Pochettino will be promised money. And if I've got a whole lot of money to spend and I'm looking for an up-and-coming talent that may be available and may be acquirable, Jadon Sancho ticks all those boxes. I think Spurs spend heavy on him.
وكرة أخرى لولبية استلام لمبابي. مبابي وسع